marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This one taken just inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Chubb running right. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Ed Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
The Browns send out their punter now. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Buying time to his left. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wilson.
That would complete to Dax Milne.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. The point after threw the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
This time, Wilson will throw. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets him to the 9-yard line.
Now, that's the way to do it. hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Looking to throw. Carson steps away. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 18. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Off play action. Cummings. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit.
That's caught inside the 20. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. in match protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
2nd down and 7.
Off the play fake. Cummings. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, Cummings. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a 1st down.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point up and through. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They go play action with Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Over the middle, complete. It's Howard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Back to throw. Cummings. And he'll find Hall. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cummings. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. But he will take this down to the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As he'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Returning it, Johnson.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers, right? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off at his own 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Johnson now returning.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Back to the air. Wilson after the pick six. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Wilson. That's caught by Howard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Got a man. It's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after by Lambo. Up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
On first down, Cummings. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now here's Johnson.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
He finds his man complete. It's Howard. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. On second down now. It's Carson, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. There's overload. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Healer.
Here's Wilson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin this drive with Chubb. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off play action. Cummings. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun. Cummings. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man. Complete. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11. Now Wilson. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike. And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Lambo on for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The Browns take over a 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it. And the Titans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Tennessee, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back on the